Yeah. I just got notified.
It's set.
We've gone live.
It's Project Ion Podcast with Kevin, Andy, Jim, and Kyle, bringing you opinions on life from a basement in Northwest Iowa.
Oh, come on.
I really don't think that a president can do much about that issue.
You are fake news.
Well, let's say it's a guy named Seats.
I make you scary.
Man, this shit whack, man.
What do you want to do with him?
I want to save him until he goes through puberty.
How dare you?
It's like the South Park intro. It just keeps getting longer and longer.
Oh, yeah. Saving him until he goes through puberty. Now Jim's got a
Yeah, right.
clip of me saying that.
It'll get clipped and put in the next thing. I don't know what episode are we on, Spurge? Do you have any idea?
Not that many because we took a big hiatus.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
say 67.
Yeah. Probably about right. I don't know.
Ish.
Anyways,
Production has slowed down, I've noticed.
yeah, it was COVID was tough on us, and then also I don't know.
There's this sort of small human roaming around here, I noticed.
Yeah, the whole baby thing, but
There's lots of babies.
Yeah.
Grimses keep having babies.
Grimses have a bunch of babies. They do. Yeah.
That's good. Repopulating the earth. It's
Be
important.
fruitful and multiply. Yeah. Alrighty.
It's our only hope for Social Security.
A bunch of worker bees.
No doubt.
Oh, I like that. Especially after that the Grimses are having children.
So we got Cole here. Cole Beardsley.
Finally.
Finally in the flesh.
Actually in the person. That's
In
right.
studio.
Not phoning it in.
How you doing, Cole?
Pretty good.
Good. Glad to have you here. So we're not going to talk COVID. We're not going to talk politics. We're just going to talk funny stuff.
That's right, Cole.
Yeah. So, well, I guess that wasn't directed to Cole necessarily, but anyway.
I'll do my best.
All right.
Those goddamn Republicans.
Well,
Can
you-
we talk about Cole's city council run, though?
Well,
Is that politics?
No.
Why do? Yeah.
There's actually a seat. I read about
I know.
it.
I saw
Special
it in the
election
newspaper.
Coming up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. That's why he texts.
I actually read the Daily News the
that's
other day. I mean, the news. The weekly. Is it weekly now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it? And it
Well, it
just
just got
comes-
sold, though.
Yeah.
It got sold, and now it's going on Tuesdays instead of Mondays.
Yeah.
So is it
The
just
deadlines are still Thursday.
just Tuesday though? Is that the
Yeah.
But
only-
it's bigger.
okay.
I think so.
Takes two
Yeah.
hands to read now.
Well, Jerry Wiseman
Yeah.
bought it, and
He's got like 3 or 4, right?
maybe
Yep.
more than that even. Yeah, and so he's printing it out of Armstrong now.
Which just blows my mind. When
Yeah.
I read that, I was like,
I didn't know.
I
That's
didn't know
where
it
he
was
prints his other papers.
well, I didn't know that either. I mean, that I read that
didn't know
article,
that
though,
either.
yeah.
I think this is a good model for the rest of the country, though. Local ownership in newspapers. I need to talk to the Wichita Eagle about this. Yeah.
I knew that was coming.
someone to have some accountability.
That's right. Somewhere we can walk downtown and knock on the door.
exactly.
Get some freaking answers.
You know, decentralization is the answer to a lot of things, I think. And the theory being that you can, if you can throw rocks at the person who's got direct control over the thing that is you're throwing rocks about,
Oh, it's huge.
That's huge, yeah. So
Absolutely.
Problem
So you don't
solved.
have to call an 800 number and go through 6 prompts to.
I can report that the New York Times customer service department way better than McClatchy. That's all I got to say about that. So,
Really?
yeah.
And that's your new paper?
Well, I get both now.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was cheaper for me to keep Sunday delivery and digital subscription for the Wichita Eagle than to go to just digital subscription.
That is.
Now, sometimes I wonder why McClatchy's gone into bankruptcy, and sometimes I don't. So, yeah, it's
Blatantly
like,
obvious.
That doesn't make any sense.
so. Glad we got the whole newspaper thing out of the
Yep.
way right away.
Get it done early.
Yeah.
It's coming up anyway.
And Cole, you're not quite prepared to announce your bid for city council at this time. Is that fair to say?
That would be very fair to say.
At large
Then
seat, man.
my political aspirations are done forever. And
I'll
I
be your
can say that
campaign
on the
manager.
record. Yeah.
I
Fair
do
enough.
think we should form an exploratory committee
My family has a reputation for getting people. I mean, Hannah Gardner was behind the whole Jeff Quasted supervisor, the whole Superman with
Superferger,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
just
At the corner of Highway 9 and Highway 4. I mean, we can make this happen.
he's
I
never,
feel like not to delve into politics, but the political climate has changed a little bit since Jeff first ran. I don't look good in a Superman suit either. I'll also say that. Not to say that he doesn't look good at it. We share similar body types, so good for him for doing it.
Well, I heard the dad bod is hot right now.
Yeah,
So.
that's right.
Depends on who you
Works
ask,
out.
I guess. I don't. I keep telling myself that, but I don't know.
Alrighty. Well, let's get into some Eric material here. We haven't had an Eric segment forever. The Weekly Wheeze with Eric.
I hate these. Because she's my babe. Are you going to make me bend over? That's cool. Why did I even do this?
You gonna put it on that one?
Oh,
I can't see it.
Yeah, the transition thing.
Oh,
You'll be able to see the video.
the
but-
transition.
Yeah,
Eric had a sword of sorts.
yeah, it's a funny picture.
Oh my god, that's cold. I didn't crack the second one because I've done 2 takes on the thing to try a. I'm ashamed. Oh, it's wet. Oh, it's wet.
So,
I don't know what's happening, but it's really funny.
that's the magic of an Eric video. So, believe it or not, Eric he's like an old school YouTuber. He was putting stuff up in like 2006. Mm-hmm. And it goes, there's a video of him like fighting a snowman or something.
Right.
That's
a legendary one.
That's classic.
Yeah.
Classic Eric Hansen. I've seen some recent ones. He's really getting back into Legos. He and his roommate are.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He spent his like whole stimuluses on Legos, and they have like a big giant like display room. But I think they've collected like most of Star Wars.
Well, I can
That's
sympathize
impressive.
with that. Yeah,
Lego's fun.
Star Wars Legos are ballin'.
Yep.
Okay, I had another one. This one was called, I think, like drinking and dad jokes or something.
I don't know. I don't care. So, today on how to drink, you take your burger patty and you sprinkle
Okay, what?
seasoning on it. You slap it on the grill. And you take your other burger patty.
On the Foreman?
Burger patties were purchased at a grocery store. Slap it on the grill.
I thought he was gonna plug.
So he is still doing cooking videos.
Yeah,
That's
so
good.
he's got
Yeah.
cooking how-tos because he had the, what was it? Keto
That's right. Yeah.
chips or something, or
Yeah.
keto bread, yeah.
And there you go. But that's not what we're making today, folks. Today, we're going to make some mixed drinks. And we're going to make this one. And it's really easy. Go to How to Drink on YouTube's. Basically what you need is your from Jack Sparrow and your orange juice concentrate. And you take and pour that in your pitcher.
Jug. He's getting after it. Oh.
I love it.
When have you ever seen Eric Hansen half-ass?
I have not. That's a fair point.
He's a whole ass.
All or nothing.
Well, we're coming up on the 10-year anniversary of the spaghetti on the wife beater thing and the flame magic marker stuff, because that was your dad, the 50th
Yeah.
Woody's, and
That was an epic evening.
that was very
Yeah.
epic.
Where you had to
Yeah.
load him in the back of a truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we walked home.
Yeah.
Water. First one's always can't reveal the product. First one I always just do a little bit.
With the Sterilite sticker. He might get demonetized.
Maybe I should have the water ready next time. I don't care. So that's about 3-ish. I did have the spoon ready. Look at me. Stir this stuff up. Make sure maybe all your concentrate's melted before you go at her. Maybe a little bit more water.
Is step 3 add the booze here, or
It says 3 cans, but they lie. You know they lie. Next step, easy step. Open your rum. Be any rum. I would say coconut rum, but I went with mango flavored rum. 21% alcohol rum. You just. This is dad jokes drinking with dads. Even though I'm more of a faux pas.
I mean that's darn good.
That's a great dad joke. Oh man, I thank you, Eric. I have to remember that.
yeah, that's a
dad
good
joke.
one.
That one applies to me.
You can totally use
I'm
that.
definitely a faux pas.
Why do bears have heavy coats? For protection. So halfway in, we'll stir it up. For protection. Next. A snake walks into a bar. The bartender, very appropriate, asks, "How'd you do that?" Walks into a bar. The burgers. Ooh. Gotta turn the burgers.
That's a smoke.
Gotta get the lines going the other way. Alright, so we're gonna give this a little taste test. Every video, I'm just not prepared.
A waddle?
Oh yeah, it's rummy. We're gonna add the rest of it because it's only that much. My wife gave birth in this car on the way to the hospital. She named him Carson. Alright, so that's it. Whole bottle of rum. Well, whatever. It's a 750 milliliter. The burger's done. Jeez. George Foreman, you make us grill. Oh yeah. That's good. That's good stuff. Put this in your fridge, you get it cold, and you're good to go. Bye everyone. Check out.
We need more Eric videos.
I can't believe that it only has 39 views.
I know it.
That one was good.
Only because I didn't know about it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get up those numbers.
Yeah.
So like, subscribe,
right.
tell your friends about Eric's channel.
Yep.
Good stuff. So do you guys, we're in the peak of Okoboji summertime season, and we're all familiar, I think, with when the Arnold's Park was gonna get bulldozed or whatever, turned into a condominium development. Do you guys remember that situation?
Save the.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that like every year or something?
No, they're good now.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think they
they're-
have an endowment. I think.
They're
actually.
running in the black now. Yeah.
All right.
But anyways, it was about 20 years ago, and I dug up this old video of when they've saved the park.
I haven't been to the park.
$1 million donation is going to come to you folks.
Oh, it's Tom Vilsack.
It is
You
more
betcha.
money than they ever dreamed of. And one final donation from the state of Iowa and Governor Tom Vilsack means Arnold's Park is saved from the wrecking ball.
We said we were looking for an angel. I'd like everybody here to turn to your right and left, because there wasn't one angel, there wasn't 2 or 3. Every one of you are the angels, and this project is a go.
6 weeks ago, Arnold's Park owner announced he would sell the park.
It always freaks me out how much, stuff from what I think about wasn't that long ago.
Right.
It looks like
Right, it does.
filmed on a potato.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh my God, this is in the dark ages. And it was, I guess. I mean, if you're a kid, this would be ancient history.
Well, I was just thinking that building there.
Yeah.
I mean, because
the colors.
Yeah. And because that, or like the, where the museum is now. I mean, I wonder if that's when My sister got a picture with Vilsack. Her and Mel Bando, I think. That's probably when it was, because it was at the lakes.
I was really hoping that guy was going to turn to the turn to Vilsack and go, "You are that angel, Tom Vilsack."
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Condominium developers. The only way to stop the sale, raise $5 million to buy the park. And that's just what happened. A few dollars from cookie sales, a few $1 million from cities and park vans from all over the country. By modern amusement parks.
There's some listings over there for $5 million right now,
Yeah.
just at a residence.
But think 20 years
we
ago.
cruised down Lakeshore Drive the other day. I was like,
Yeah, right?
Holy cow. Yeah.
yeah.
You can't buy a shack on Big Spirit for under 800 grand. I mean,
Yep.
Just for the land.
Yeah.
You saw,
yeah, oh
you
yeah,
saw-
shack like a teardown.
Well, you saw Beck's new place over there.
I haven't. On East?
On East.
Because they live right next door to each other.
As
Or
you're
did.
like driving into town, right before you get to the bridge, just look off to the right. You'll see,
Oh, so that's who's big.
you'll see a hotel.
Yeah, that's
that's
that big house, the
right
concrete
back.
house. Wow.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Good for them.
So
Yep.
yeah, I guess.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
Standards, Arnold's Park is certainly not the biggest or the most exciting, but it does have one thing that's hard to duplicate, a 110-year-old history. It's the oldest amusement park west of the Mississippi.
I just think it's great that they'll keep
did
this
not know
because
that.
it's a
Yeah, if I did, I forgot it. So
Yeah.
Well, the coaster I know is ancient.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Remember when we saw Weird Al at the
Yeah,
Green
yeah.
Space? That
Seen
was a
Weird
good
Al.
concert.
I've seen Weird Al multiple times. I even caught his show when he was traveling around with a 41-piece orchestra recently.
Oh, you saw that one?
Yeah,
I'm
it was
so
great.
jealous.
He did all deep tracks too. It
Yeah.
wasn't no hits. Didn't do like Eat It or you know,
Right.
Amish Paradise or anything like
The
that.
night Santa
I
went
heard
crazy.
about that. No.
Yeah, let's see. I can't.
God, that's one of my
I
favorites.
don't know if that was on.
Santa goes ballistic and just slaughters all the
Oh,
reindeer
yeah.
and the elves.
That was really good.
forgot about that song.
That was
that
off,
takes me back.
Yeah, the Coolio album, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, I
You
think
know.
so.
Yeah, it was the last track.
Yep. Such good ones.
a very unique place, has a unique part in the history of the Lakes area, and I'd hate to see it go.
George Turner is thankful for the good news. He spent time here as a kid, and so did his daughter.
We just enjoy the park and the family atmosphere up here.
And so does his granddaughter.
This place should stay. Because everybody is happy the way it is.
That kid's
So now,
probably
thanks to
30
so
now.
many
I wonder
families
what that
here,
kid looks like.
Arnold's Park will be Okoboji's most famous landmark for another 110 years.
I think it's. I mean, new rides don't happen there, right?
No.
Like it's all.
I mean,
still the same old bug house.
Well, I think
and-
it was, when we were in high school, they got like a log ride or something. That was a big deal.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
Is that kind of? It's right along the shore, isn't it? Is that still there?
I don't know if it's still there, but I just
Well, heck,
prompted a memory.
Yeah.
You can still go down the old slide. It's in the museum.
Yep.
Which, I mean,
the old wood.
Yeah.
Then they had this other thing, and it looks like it'd be an like something you skate on. It looks like a bowl. Like a big wooden bowl.
Yeah.
But it's small.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know how you would like roller skate on it, but
Right.
yeah, I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah, and there was another thing, well, some antiquated dealy bopper that they had. It was sort of like that, except it had a kind of a cylinder in the middle. The idea was the kids would try to climb up and get to the top, and I think it spun or something.
Oh,
maybe.
okay.
And anyways, yeah, that
King of the
was-
Mountain
So,
stuff?
yeah, a King of the Mountain kind of a thing. And I'm sure, I mean, who knows how many necks were broken?
Yeah, that was back when people were disposable. That's a baby boom thing, you know.
Yeah, right.
Got too many kids, anyways.
Well, yeah, I just think of what the insurance premiums are like on that. I mean, they probably can't have people on it anymore.
Wonder how much that changes after Adventurelands.
Wouldn't cover that. Yeah.
Yeah. Or did they have a disaster?
That's when on that water ride, someone got killed.
The Raging Rapids.
Yeah.
Where it's like the kind of whitewater rafty.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a big, like, tube that it's like 5 or 6 people. I've been on it. I mean, it's entertaining.
Yeah.
But
Let's see
apparently
if we can
someone
find
flipped
a
it
clip.
over somehow, and a kid was buckled in and drowned.
A couple years ago in Kansas City, there was it was a
Schlitterbahn.
The Schlitterbahn, yeah, and this kid, who was too little to be on the ride, basically.
Right.
You
The
go
water-
down,
water slide, right?
And you come back up, and then it goes down again. And when it went down again, he went negative. He was too light, and he
Went
flew
up,
off.
right. That was
Well,
Senator's
and
kid, right?
it was a state senator's kid.
Yeah. His head got caught in the net.
Yeah.
It was an internal decapitation.
Oof. Brutal.
Well, you have more. I only read the newspaper, so it was a bad deal, though.
Bad deal.
Especially for
I think they closed.
Yeah, they did.
Yep.
Yeah. That was the end of that.
Sketchy.
Saturday at an Iowa theme park, turning into a family's worst
Yeah,
nightmare.
that one.
When a rat.
Yeah. I've been to Adventureland a time or two, and I don't think I've ridden on this.
It's kind of the last ride you would do because
Yeah.
you'd get wet.
Yeah.
I mean, just you'd get splashed or
Yeah.
whatever, you know.
I'm not a huge fan of rides anyways. I don't know. I liked them when I was like 10, but you know.
That's probably the last time I was at Adventureland.
Yeah.
Probably.
You know,
we might have gone for a high school thing.
I used to
think
love
maybe.
like the high G.
Right.
I mean, coasters, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Valley Fair with Blake and I don't know, his buddies. This was maybe 2 or 3 years ago. It's like some kind of steel venom, I think is the name of it. But you start flat. It's a roller coaster, and you go from like 0 to 70, quick, and it shoots you straight up, and then under power, it shoots you straight backwards the other direction. Then you go. I mean, it's your big U shape.
Yeah.
So it keeps like throwing you. I was terrified.
Yeah.
I've never been that terrified of anything in my life. I mean, if I would have had like a cam on, I'm sure I was screaming.
Yeah.
Oh. And that was a new experience for me. Uncomfortable on a ride, like fearful for my life,
Nervous of your
Yes,
safety.
Yes. I mean, I am sure it was super, but I've seen enough bad things happen now that I just like, why am I on this? Why am I doing this to myself?
That's how I end up in the emergency
Yes,
room.
yes.
I suppose so.
Aft on Adventureland's raging river ride like this one overturned, plunging its 6 passengers into the rushing waters below, injuring 3 and killing 11-year-old Michael Jaramillo. 4 off-duty Altoona police officers and 2 fire medics working at the park racing to the scene.
It was very challenging with the ride's location in the park. It was remote from the entrance that we needed to use.
The ride passing an inspection the day before.
Yeah, I suppose that would be a mess from like a rescue standpoint. The thing, a little water
In
going
the water.
and whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And I'm sure you could
Ugh.
shut down the flow of the water, maybe. Maybe
I
that's
suppose.
because that's got to be
I'm sure they
artificial
did,
of sorts.
yeah.
Yeah.
But still, you're in
Well,
water.
just thinking like getting that thing flipped back over,
Right.
Because
I mean,
it's meant to sit that
Yeah,
way, and when
to be steady.
yeah,
But I mean, the whole, they just said, oh, it was inspected the day before. Well, I think that that high rise in Florida was inspected like the week before, certified again or something. I mean,
Yep.
So what do we? I mean, not to bash any engineers or anything, but
the structural dummies.
yeah. Apparently, they need to go to aero school or
From
something.
what I've
right?
read about
they're probably the aero
the
rejects.
The engineers were telling them years ago
Right.
that
Yeah,
building was a
That's what
piece
I
of
read
shit.
too.
It was just a nice thread in,
Thanks. Yeah, well, I appreciate the twist of the dagger there, Cole. It's been a year and a half since I actually got to see you. So.
Welcome home.
Yeah,
Good
glad to
see
be
you
back.
again, yeah.
At least I don't have COVID or something. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, you think?
yeah. I didn't work the last 4 days, so I mean, we're good. We're good now.
Iowa regulators finding it in good working order. An attorney for Adventureland telling NBC News the theme park is a well-run and maintained facility,
Sure.
adding safety is the number
The
one
lawyers
priority
swoop in.
at
The lawyer
Adventureland.
named
The
Guy.
Raging River
Named
Ride
Guy
has been in
Cook.
operation for nearly 4 decades. It is a safe ride. Raging River remains closed during the investigation.
My heart just stopped. I mean, it was just like, it was just like having to relive the whole thing again.
For Gladys Boer, the news was all too familiar. This latest deadly accident is not the ride's first. In 2016, her husband Steve was less than a week on the job when he fell on the moving conveyor belt, becoming wedged between a raft and a concrete sidewall. After waiting for help to arrive, he later died at a hospital from trauma to the skull and brain.
I don't remember
It's
that.
not
I don't
just
remember that one.
money.
Did that whole thing get just swept under the rug?
Wasn't a kid.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's been a
I think there
65-year-old
was-
retiree and an 11-year-old. Plus,
I think-
it was the hospital. He died at the hospital.
But I think there was something that there was some litigation there. I'm assuming. I mean,
Oh yeah, always.
Don't take me to a hospital. That's where people die. I don't want to go.
Right. If you don't go, you can't get any bad
Yeah,
news.
you're bashing on engineers. How many people die in emergency rooms in America? Coal.
boy. Statistics in the last year not so good with that. So life expectancy in the United States is taking a drastic turn since the Obama
A year and a
years.
half today. I saw it
Yeah.
registered today. Down a year and a half. So
Bummer.
Thanks, Obama.
Yeah.
not just COVID and drug overdoses and liver disease and suicides and all that. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'll be the
buying
next.
tickets. It's people who are trusting you with their family and their kids, their lives. And if they don't make it a safe environment and a safe place, then something needs to change.
One of the riders, a minor, is still in critical condition. Just a heartbreaking situation.
That guy's tan? Maybe?
Just racially ambiguous, I think.
Yeah, like look at up the hairline.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got white people hair, and he's clearly not white. So yeah.
No, but like under the little hanger
I'm
over
puzzled.
of the hair.
Keep talking, guys.
Yeah, I was just thinking to myself.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with making an observation.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't know what's going on with that.
Interesting.
Situation.
Could be just
No word
makeup.
yet from the
These guys makeup on, maybe.
Iowa
That's what it
Occupational
is.
Safety and Health Administration on if any safety violations will be issued to the park. Guys, back to you.
So sad.
Miguel Animal Air Force there in LA. Miguel, thanks.
Indeed. Well, sad story, no doubt. But
Back to the fun.
yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's do a little Rock on Steve. So I dug up a Rock on Steve video that I think has not been played thus far on the podcast.
I gave him a rock on a couple months ago.
Okay,
Was
good. He's
Driving
still
down the
around
street,
town?
he is there. He is there. I think he's toned down a little bit, but I hung out of my fiance's
That's your competition for the
car.
city council.
Yeah.
He couldn't make mayor, but at large seat.
And you
Okay,
you
now
give him a
it's-
rock on, and
now
he
it's
will.
ringing a bell. I was like, I don't know who you guys are talking about,
Yeah.
but now
How could you not know?
I mean,
People who don't live here know.
Everyone knows rock
well, I
on
mean,
Steve.
I didn't recognize the.
You'll recognize.
Oh, I mean, I got it now.
Yeah.
Mr. Central Avenue. I mean, yeah. I got it. Yeah.
Flags.
You got me.
Remember his ads for
Oh yeah.
the mayor? I
Yeah.
mean,
But it didn't stick with me quite as much as it did you guys.
The interview he gave in the paper.
I do recall that.
He, on election night, we drove by late. He must have already gotten the news. And he was very sadly taking down his flags for the evening.
Well, he had a sick spread go. He had 500 signs in his yard and house. And stuff, and it was just lit up like Christmas.
Where does he live now? He doesn't live on. He doesn't live
right
by
on-
Mother's anymore.
right by Mother's.
Oh, he still does. Okay, all right.
Yeah, right on. Rock on. The acoustic stylings. Rock on, Steve.
Are we ready? Are we ready?
Have you heard any of the music yet, Cole? Are you familiar at all with Rock on Steve's music career? Okay. Well,
I have clearly missed these podcasts.
Prepare
Yeah.
to have your mind blown. It's like Led Zeppelin.
Do I need to light her out? I mean,
Pink Floyd, Skynyrd, everything wrapped into one.
Is that a drum machine?
Oh yeah. There's always a drum machine. I think this is on the porch on the house. I'm
I
pretty
think
sure.
so.
Yeah.
Good acoustics, though. I mean,
Yeah.
it's got a nice.
You know, this is not as bad as some of them, to be honest
Earthy
with
tone.
you. Yeah. As I'm hearing like a little bit of, like he's double tracked his voice, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, it's
Is that Graham Nash? Oh, that's Rock on Steve.
But yeah, all the songs are like super long. 7 minutes long.
He's sending a message. He's got a story to tell.
Right.
That's the best.
He was definitely long-winded in his,
In his answers?
Yes, his answers were not direct.
I love the look back at the camera.
Yeah. It's an intimate session with Rock on Steve here. Skip ahead a little bit.
He's not
Whoa, was that like
choreography.
Okay.
Where he's putting on a sweatshirt.
Yeah, it's like the Happy Hands Club from Napoleon Dynamite.
He's not playing guitar anymore. But
There's still a guitar. Yeah, he must have it looped.
yeah, he like just looped his 2 chords. Is this a Jesus song?
It might be. It's kind of got that. Getting that
Kumbaya
vibe, yeah. Interesting. I wonder.
Only 20 views per year. I can't believe it.
Filmed and recorded in his home studio.
Which is the first music film I made. Name is Steven Rock On.
That's right.
So he commented on his own thing. Awesome. Well, so this is somewhat of a diversion from the normal Rock On Steve formula, which is like 2 minutes of just overdubbed, like rambling that doesn't make any sense,
That's
and
right.
then it starts in with the song. We should dig one up and see if we play it for Cole. Give him an idea. Let's try this one. 12 minutes long.
The bridge song.
Well, this one has 22 views per year.
Yeah.
That's good.
Swinging Bridge, for
Swinging
sure.
Bridge is an
Yeah.
icon, yeah.
Yeah.
Symbol of the city. It's good.
I haven't been up there. They said they rehabbed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did some stuff to it.
I haven't been on it either, but.
Ooh.
Okay. All right, yeah. Here we are. It's Sunday. January 6th of 2014. Yes, we do. Oh, rock on. The bridge. Song would be Maryland rocks. Yeah, rock on, yeah, man.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay. United States Rock On Mail.
I mean,
that took some time. You know, he's
Yeah.
like sitting at his table, just jazzed,
Yeah.
just making his
That's
little.
awesome.
It's
good
awfully
stuff.
colorful too. I mean, there's
Oh,
some
yeah.
thought put into that.
Well, he is creative. You got.
For
I mean,
sure.
you can't take that away from him.
No.
He's an artistic soul.
Indeed. And he's a good promoter of Esterville and its various landmarks.
Yeah, that's right. The
I
swinging
mean,
bridge and the trestle.
The flooded out ice skating rink
Right.
thing. Melted, yeah. Or
Yep.
the trestle, yeah.
Well, that's the only thing left to do on the west side, anyways. So.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't just leave it
Well,
at that.
when I was a kid, you could play tennis, go to elementary school, and swim, and you'll never have to cross the bridge. What else do we need to say? All right.
And you could eat even.
And there was a park where you didn't have to worry about dodging trees everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. So, but times change. It's okay.
Yeah.
You know.
Now there's going to be a ninja park.
Eastward migration.
Did you read about
whatever.
that one yet, Tony?
There's ninjas in the park?
There's going to be a ninjas in the park.
What's up with
where
that?
Where the new pool or the old pool was? They're building a like American Ninja Warrior style like kid park aimed at tweens.
Okay. I guess they'll be able to do
Man,
that on
who's
the west
the
side.
city attorney?
Jennifer Finn, I think.
Jennifer Finn.
Yep.
Is she a bulldog?
Why are we worried about somebody
liability?
I mean, getting injured?
That is like the first thing I consider now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have.
Oh, it can't be any more dangerous than the slide that went down into the flooded river when I was a kid.
Oh, man, that was great. And the kids that would be
No one
on
got
it.
swept away on
My
that,
parents
Tony.
would not let me do that, by the way.
Mine wouldn't either.
Yeah.
Dad said there was too much shit in that water because it was higher than the sewers.
Yeah. That and all the runoff. I mean, if we're being honest,
yeah.
I mean.
Oh, but that even when that slide was not flooded out, it was hot. It was a mirror.
Yeah.
So it was hotter than
It was
balls.
polished like crazy.
Yeah.
And then and it was high.
It was. That was one of those old like break your arm slides for sure.
For sure.
Or like gout, get a big laceration.
Yeah.
I mean, because it was just a tin.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, you had
So
to
I
be
think
up
we
to
got
date
an
on
improvement
tetanus.
going on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
But it does make me sad.
Yeah.
The evacuation of the west side of town. That's what I'll refer to it as.
Just gave it back to the river
as a child. That's all.
Yeah. Are they keeping the pool, like the actual structure
The
at the
house,
pool?
yeah,
the pool house? Okay.
It's like going to be like a
Bath.
clubhouse, bathhouse,
Yeah.
whatever for the park. Or
So we have bathrooms, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I understand.
It's gonna be a bunch of shenanigans, is what's gonna happen in there.
Yeah, just like it used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was ever thus.
I mean,
Yeah.
how are you gonna police that?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't police the other ones either, but they are small and
I mean,
smell like poo.
I suppose you could.
That one you
Well,
can
it'll
actually
catch up. So.
It'll
Yeah.
catch. Yeah. It's just a lot more poop.
I mean, I suppose you could put a camera on the entrance, but at least you could see who was coming and going.
Good.
I mean, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Surveillance state.
Shenanigans.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of bad things I feel like done in that.
No.
Yeah.
That was filthy, man.
Yeah.
If that picnic table could talk.
Yeah.
All right, next subject.
Anyways, I think you've had somewhat of the Rock on Steve experience. here.
Yes.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
He is a fixture though.
Still need to get
I would
him on
love
the
if
show,
he
I think.
if he ran again and for something.
He'd
Well,
probably
you-
beat Cole.
Might as well keep
He probably
trying.
would beat me. I mean, if we're being honest, I think that would take a whole lot.
I'd change my residency just to vote for Steve.
Buy a small parcel of land.
So, is it like Ragbri right now? Is
Next
that-
week.
Next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
All right.
God it's not here.
South of here.
Because
Lamar's is where they start.
Well, is there some sort of bicycle thing going on right now? Because I saw all sorts of bicycle.
There,
a lot of people ride to the start.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is that, and then there was supposed to be that
That dumbass.
The reverse RAGBRAI?
Backwards RAGBRAI thing. But
Which,
COVID took
I would
care
say
of
that
that.
COVID killed that. I mean, that guy. I mean,
what was
he
the-
probably had it made if COVID didn't come around.
I forget what were they pissed about.
There was some break in the organization, like the founders versus Gannett newspapers and USA Today and all that.
But they did like the Des Moines Register did something that pissed off. Like they fired a journalist or something, right?
Yeah,
I mean, they did something dumb, and then didn't. What was it? It was
Carson King
Carson
thing.
King.
Yeah.
It
was
that's what it
Carson
was.
King.
They dug up dirt on Carson King, and from his Twitter, and that was like. Iowa was getting all this good attention, and Busch Light was, giving away free beer, and
then when he was in ninth grade, he tweeted something
something
racist
stupid,
or something.
yeah, something stupid that a ninth grader would tweet. I mean, that kid.
So
seemed
then
like
they
a nice
decided to ride RAGBRAI backwards.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Caused a big drama. So, anyways, well, yeah,
I know my friends from Wichita. We're babysitting a dog next week because our friends are riding RAGBRAI. So
okay,
it's still a big deal. Bike across Kansas is a complete joke. They have like 800 people ride, and they do it in the middle of the summer when it's really good and hot.
Yeah.
Ooh. And they don't close the roads. And I'm just like, if you want a real bike ride, go to Iowa. Come on, this is a waste. So.
And they actually
that'd be hot.
Oh shit! It's like one tree, every day.
Well, I saw a ton of
flat though.
Yeah.
And downhill, going west to east.
Fair, yeah.
I saw an unusual amount of people on bikes today. There was a whole big group of them riding up Half Mile Hill.
Oh, that was the Woody's group.
Was it? Okay.
I think they were going. Well,
Jesse Shepard's crew.
Yeah.
And then later in
Isn't
the
your
day,
lady in that?
We used to.
You used to play too?
The kids kind of took care of that. I mean,
you got 5.
Yeah. That and my extravagant, like not exercising and drinking took.
I thought of you the other day when we were driving down Lakeshore Drive. Saw like 6 or 7 huge turkeys on the west side of the road. I thought, where's Cole right now? Yeah.
I needed to be better friends with.
Every time I see a deer or a turkey, I think of Cole and Matt Heinrichs.
They just want to kill it.
Like, where you at?
Yeah.
Go kill it, boys.
I just like to look at them more. I feel like, my skill level isn't up to Heinrichs's. Although he didn't shoot. I didn't get a text from him this year. It was glorious. I mean, I got lots of texts about other turkeys you shot in different states, which was like, screw you, Heinrichs. But usually, like, the last 3 years I've been trying to bow hunt turkey, right? Yeah, and Matt always, goes out one day and he sends me a picture of his turkey on his public, Anyway.
I'm always sending him picture of turkeys who are running across the runway at the airport.
Yeah, sunflower, and I always say, Tony, hook me up. You got all these spots.
Man. I'm on the foundation for the property. We can totally get you permission to run there. Not a problem.
They're a nuisance to planes.
Jim Senior is baiting them over at his place.
Is he?
Yeah.
So how far is Senior from? Because the good spot I had one of the nurses had a good spot over there on the not on Lakeside, but the urologist. Mendenhall.
Yeah.
How far are they from you guys?
Very close. So the cottage on the lake is just a few doors to the north of Mendenhall.
Okay.
And then Jim Senior and Coral's place, their other home, year round, whatever, it's back in the woods. Yeah. So it's just, by the way a crow flies would be.
I thought they were that was I didn't realize there were 2.
Yeah. Yep. The cottage on the lake is kind of a jointly family-owned thing, yeah, and then the other one is just mom and dad's spot.
What's the number on yours?
On the one on the water, 4511.
Okay,
Lakeshore
that's what
Drive.
we're driving. I was trying to remember as we're going down.
Yep.
I totally saw it on accident. We
Oh,
were like cruising up, and I looked over and I'm like, wait a second.
There it is.
There's Graham's house.
Yeah, right. Yep. But anyways, there's that whole area behind him is a big, It's that same chunk of land that like the Arts Center
Yep.
is on.
Yeah.
and the Nature Center and all of that stuff.
But it's public. There is some public hunting there. Right?
It might be. I guess I don't know.
That's probably, I guess, to the north a little bit.
Yeah.
Because there's a big chunk of land there too that I think they're trying to parcel it off now.
I think it was Susie Buffett, actually. Warren Buffett's daughter came in and bought a bunch of stuff, like where the inn, was formerly located, and the whole golf course area and everything.
She was kind of with the Heritage Foundation.
Could be. I don't know all the particulars, but anyways, that spot is right behind Jim and Coral's.
Gotcha.
Off the water.
Heritage
place.
Foundation.
And that's all set up to be a park or whatever.
I don't
like the conservative think tank.
No. Different Heritage Foundation.
Oh,
there's like a land. This one's like the opposite of that. Would be like preserving the heritage of like
the natives.
No, like
not that heritage.
Just not a real. I mean,
we got rid of that.
Let's
quick.
How like
nature,
like preserving the natural.
Yeah.
And not developing it, kind of leaving it in its current state.
Then she built a big place, right?
Well, it's actually pretty modest for
being a billionaire.
For that, and then really for just Okoboji.
Right.
I mean, because
she's like on the ground, right?
Yeah.
Space.
Well,
yeah.
Okoboji's got a lot of dick measuring going on all the time.
We noticed
over there.
that too.
Yeah. So, but her place on the water is very ho hum, and then she built one for the security, I think, just immediately adjacent to it. So, but anyways, the point to all of this was the insane amount of turkeys.
Right. That's right.
Would she let Cole have the turkey?
I had a great spot picked out, and then the nurse moved and wrecked the whole thing.
Just drive down the road; they're right there.
I know you could definitely swing a bat at a few of them probably on the way. Not that I would ever do something like that. But.
You can't swing a dead cat around Lakeshore Drive without hitting the turkey.
So if there's any dead turkeys on the road by Mendenhall's, it's not from me.
It's not from Cole bludgeoning it to death with a bat.
Just like Grand Theft Auto. Cole leaps out of his vehicle. With like a billy club or something. Oh, good stuff. Well, I was trying to talk about bicycles because I found this funny clip of the Tour de France and like a bazillion bicycle pileup.
Yeah.
Oh, this lady.
Yeah, man.
That was a little closer than 126 as they've gone under that banner. Oh, the passive crash there. What has happened? Right on the side of the road.
Look at the carnage.
Yeah. Just to get
one bite.
Yeah.
Look at this.
That's like
I don't
ragrat.
know what happened there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're packed in there. I mean, like, that would have been one of those other things. Like, so when I was riding, I bought a really overpriced bike and had I was clips. I had clips in. Yeah. And, like, one of my first, 10 times going down Half Mile Hill, I mean, you're moving like 45, 50 miles an hour.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Wow.
And so I was going to pull into Woody's to have a beer before I went home, and went to kind of stop, and I'm like, oh, I'm on clips, and fell down right in front of in the intersection there. It was gloriously embarrassing. I mean, one of those things I was still clipped in and had to kick my outer leg out. I mean, it was great. Yeah.
Did you break your leg?
No, I had to have ice to do that.
How do you unclip?
It's there's different ones, but mine just they're kind of not. I mean, they're kind of right in the front, so you kind of lift and twist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like an out twist.
This is from this year's Tour de France?
I think so. Yeah.
Maybe they clipped the crowd.
Show
but
the ladies.
I haven't heard much about
they
that
are
lady.
in a right mess down there at the moment.
Because they talked
now.
about
How many
sooner.
riders?
Yeah, big charges.
Let's hope. That is a massive crash, Bob. It's completely. It was a Jumbo Visma ride. It wasn't Roglic, was it?
I think that was Tony
Because
Martin
the whole.
that just went
It could have
down.
been Tony Martin. Yes, it could have been.
And he just hit the side of the road and lost the front wheel. You can see right on
It looked like pilot error.
near the front. Watch him try to get around his teammate. and go down. Oh, he might have clipped that
He
spectator.
went off the road.
Oh.
I think he went off the road. The road has got a nasty ridge on it there. Now, the question is, what's going to happen? How many people are going to get back up out
Right,
of
that
this?
sign
Once again-
right there.
You missed that? Yeah. She absolutely wailed on with that thing.
It was the sign that the rider in front hit. And that is the result. It
I
was
took
the
some French,
sign that
allegedly.
The rider in front.
Let's see, what did it
Oh
say?
my God!
Let's
The
see,
question
read it
is,
again.
what's going to happen? How many people are
Lucky
going to
not
get
got
back?
killed. I mean,
Um,
go over your
I have no
handlebars.
idea.
Elosa POM. That's.
Ale
It
Opiami.
looks like Italian, maybe. I don't know.
Could be, yeah.
Italians have the E.
Tony,
Leo
my,
would know.
my germophobia is really kicking up for me right now. If you hacking way over here,
I'm just sneezing.
I know it's terrible.
Sorry.
Says the guy with
Right,
2
that's-
cases of red eye or pink eye.
Yeah.
Get some dexamethasone in
Sign
those
right
eyes.
there,
Left of
Phil.
your
I
picture.
I just need to get
Oh my
like a
goodness me! Oh,
different kind. I mean,
it was the
they're-
sign that.
like if I wear them all day, they get a little bad, but it's these contacts are the worst, and I'm too cheap to like just throw them away and get new ones. I mean, freaking things are a couple $100. So,
Do you have like hard contacts?
yeah, I don't
They
have-
are now.
Well, yeah.
Damn near calcified.
I don't. They're like the reusables. They're not just like a throwaway. Because I don't wear them. I don't wear them every day. I just wear them. Like if I'm going outside to do sunglasses or something, I'll do that. But
Yeah, thanks. You're a great host, Jimmy.
Absolutely.
Interesting.
yeah.
I got the I'm supposed to take them out every 3 months, or 3 weeks, but these are
You leave them in?
probably 6 months old. Yeah.
I quit wearing contacts in high school because they're a pain in the butt.
They are a pain in the butt.
When you work in a environment where there's a lot of flour in the air,
Yeah.
they dry out.
I could see
And
that.
then sometimes they fall out. Sometimes they go behind your eye.
Mine
They
did
do
that a lot.
weird stuff. And
See, I
was
worked
just
at
like,
a pool, and I'd open
Yeah.
my eyes underwater with them in,
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
and I'd
So you get the fresh or the brainy and amoebas.
yeah, no, not a chlorinated pool.
They're in hot tubs.
Yeah, but not chlorinated.
Oh yeah.
Not well chlorinated.
Well, I can't speak to that. I know that I'm pretty sure that's how Sandy Fandel got.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that.
Contacts in a hot tub.
Yeah. And this was like before I was, did anything with the hospital. So.
Yeah.
But I think so.
Interesting.
That's why, because I feel like it was just after we got out of high school.
When was the last time RagBri came terrestrial? Because I remember
RWC was up.
I was a paramedic then because I went out and had to help at the college.
Yeah. I want to say it was about 10 years ago-ish, maybe.
Something like that.
I wasn't
probably
around
do.
for that one.
Yeah. 3 more years probably. They'll
Hey,
go
if you
middle,
get,
south,
hey,
and then-
overnight spot. It's a
Mhm.
big deal.
I mean, it's good for the town.
Oh,
Yeah.
But God,
Big-
it's not
big cash
fun for
infusion.
yeah.
This was 1996, 97.
Yep.
They did
Yeah.
overnight. That was unbelievable.
This amount of people.
Woody's.
Yeah.
I was standing on the corner, and what blew me away, besides the fact that they completely destroyed Woody's,
Yeah.
the whole tent city that popped up in Riverside Park.
Yep.
And the next morning, poof,
Gone.
gone. It's like, where'd they all
weird.
go?
And the hotter it is, the sooner they leave.
Yeah.
I mean, like if it's projected to be like 90 degrees,
Yeah.
you won't
They're
see. I mean,
gone.
the smart ones.
They're gone
There's
by
always
7.
the hungover ones. There's always a few of those running around. But the real bikers, I mean, they're hitting the road early because they want to get
Amaze
done
me.
and beat the crowd. I mean,
I rode my bike around Ames the summer that they came through Ames when we were in college.
Oh, yeah?
So, and Lance Armstrong rode RagBri that year too. So I always tell
wow.
everybody I rode RagBri with Lance Armstrong.
Technically true. Yeah.
yeah.
I did it 1 year with my dad, but I only did maybe like 4 or 5 days. I pushed out a couple days and
Well, that's most of it.
got sick.
Yeah.
One day.
I mean, we
That's
talked
a cool
about
thing.
Sarah did like the first 4 days when one of the overnights was at Lakes. What was that? 4 or 5 years? No, it's got to be longer than that because we didn't have Brielle. God, we're getting old. 7 years ago, something like that.
Overnight was
over at Okoboji.
Oh, at the lake.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good stuff. Well, I don't know if there's a
The
whole
ride
lot
in
more to
front
the
hits.
punchline on this one.
You had something about the Sons in 4. What was that about,
Oh,
Jimmy?
okay. So this may get us kicked off the live stream, but I'm still recording. So
Just regarding the NBA.
So yeah, the NBA Milwaukee Bucks won the championship
First time in
last
50
night.
years.
First time in 50 years.
It's
Yeah.
all the Greek Freak.
The Greek
did
Freak
it.
would not be denied. Yep, it was very entertaining. But anyways, the opponent was the Phoenix Suns, and I think it might have been in the first round they played Denver. So there was this viral video that came out of one of those Denver games. And let's see. I think this
Nuggets fan.
Fight's a Suns fan, so this is pretty funny.
That guy kind of
cheap shot there.
Yeah, right. At fault in that one.
Well, so
it looks like he's gonna get wailed on now, though.
Interesting, you'd say that, Cole.
He lost his balance pretty good
I was
there.
gonna say, he's a goner unless that person was nice, because I feel like he's definitely gonna get absolutely thrashed.
Right in the back
That's
of the
what I would
head.
do if someone cheap shot. I mean, I'd thrash them, but maybe they're nice. Oh yeah.
And no one's stopping him now because the dude.
He's still got him too.
Suns in 4.
So that's the viral line from the whole thing. Suns in 4. So Suns in 4 guy has become a celebrity in
And a
Phoenix
felon.
and a felon all in one video. But Suns in 4 meaning they're going to sweep them. Well,
Look at the old guy in the back.
yeah. So anyways, this is the gist of this for the most part. But the guy that got beat up has tried to cash in on the celebrity
As being
for getting beat up.
as being the guy that.
And it's the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen. So here's the follow-up.
How's everybody doing tonight? We back after a long time at the Favorite Factory with a special
He's
guest
sitting
today.
there,
We don't normally
designer, like with the fanny pack and smoking a blunt and stuff, and wait for the sales pitch about how he's cool after he got beat
do
up.
this anymore, but I don't even know what we should label you right now. I got Martine, the 4 watches guy, the dude, the viral Nuggets fan from the Suns in 4 fight. Martine, we want to get his side of the story tonight, so thank you for coming. Thank you for coming and talking to us. Basically, we watched the little interview, the Barstool interview before. The other dude was talking kind of reckless, talking a little crazy. We've heard his side of the story. Everybody's seen the videos going all crazy. But why don't you tell us kind of what happened? Start us off. Walk us through what happened from the beginning of the altercation all the way through the end.
Alright, cool. So look, the game's over. I'm walking up the stairs. This dude's talking crazy. Go home! Talking shit. And you know what I'm saying? We're drinking.
Is his nose still cut up a little bit?
I think it is.
Looks like it.
We're already pissed, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the Nuggets are.
This must have been like within a week.
Yeah.
I gotta do something.
It happened quick.
You got to cash in fast.
Well, seriously, any chance you get, I guess, to.
I do love the chain like outside the collar.
Yeah.
Like a tie.
It's a good look.
Kind of thing. It's good.
Maybe you can start doing that at the pharmacy.
It's my new thing.
Yeah.
Just tuck a chain.
Let's get the bowl cut too.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
Get the fade.
I got the huge going.
Yeah.
I've had this haircut for 15 years.
It's not broken. I mean,
why not?
That's right. But just the whole situation here, like, how do you come back and try to act cool after getting beat up in a viral video after you cheap shot at a guy?
Right. Already. This dude's talking mad shit. acting like a victim. Like, this dude's bigger than me.
He was a pretty big. He said he was 6'4".
You know what I'm saying? He probably got like 40 pounds on me. I weigh 180, probably at most.
That was a big white
No
boy.
way.
Yeah. So look.
That was a big one.
Calling shenanigans, man. Unless you're like 5'3".
I mean, the guy definitely is a tall guy. I mean,
yeah.
He was the same height basically as that kid.
Right.
This kid's not 180 pounds though.
I don't know.
180? I don't know. I forgot what that looks like. Like
He's
6th
talking
grade.
shit, trying to like, I felt like he's trying to flex on me. So I was like, you know what I'm saying? I walk up and I'm like, fuck you. I was like, well, put your money where your mouth's at there. And I was like, you're talking shit. Let's bet on the next game.
Yeah.
And he didn't even want to bet.
Okay.
He's acting like he's a diehard Suns fan.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do is bet you, buddy. The drunk dude walking out of the stadium.
But there wasn't a next game, right? They beat the Nuggets.
I think it was maybe early in the series.
okay.
So, I mean, surely there must have been another.
He didn't want to bet.
So we're starting off with a bet, basically. That's
yeah,
kinda what
basically
we're
starting off with a bet. And then he's talking stuff. I don't even remember. I was already drunk.
He is wearing 4 watches.
Yeah, 4 watches.
3 on the left and 1 on the right.
A Louis Vuitton fanny pack. Got the chain.
Around their shoulder for
Yeah.
sure. And like the blue lobsters? Is that what? Those some blue dunks?
Yeah, I mean,
going on?
He showed up in his Sunday
Those might
best
be-
for this.
Those are fake. That boy's not paying $2,000 for some sneakers.
Who knows, man?
Straight from China, bro.
I don't remember what.
So that might have been a factor. with
Yeah, so that was
everything,
a factor already. I had a Dos Equis beer. It was tall, you know what I'm saying? And I took a big gulp. He was talking shit. I was like, all right, cool.
The recall.
Took a gulp. Didn't even hear what he was. I didn't even listen to what he was saying. And I poured it on him. I squeezed it. Squeezed it on him.
So he poured a beer on the guy's head.
Prior to the whole video, right?
Yeah. None of this was in the video, so obviously it happened beforehand.
The lead up, right?
Yeah.
The rest of the story.
So he challenged him to a bet that he wouldn't take, and that made him mad. So then he poured a beer on his head. Okay.
Probably made him
When
madder.
the video starts, that's kind of where everybody
Yeah,
starts.
well, a little after that, because no one even got
whooped.
where the first part where he just tried to grab my shit.
Okay.
Because he was trying to say that my jewelry was fake, so actually before that I was like, yeah, shut the fuck up, blah blah blah,
Yeah.
talking shit. And then first thing he did was just try to yank. He didn't even try to stalk me. But when he went to yank my chain, he scratched my nose.
Okay.
So before that video started already, if you look at that video, I was already bleeding on my nose.
Okay, because he scratched you.
Yeah, he
That's not
scratched
a
me.
punch
That's what I'm
mark,
saying.
okay.
Look, if you ever been in a fight, if
Yeah,
you get socked in your nose hard one, then you're gonna have black eyes right here.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
obviously I don't have black eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look at me.
That's just. It looks like a scratch. That's
Yeah,
it.
it's
Don't
a
look-
scratch.
don't look
It's a
crazy.
scratch.
Bro, we
Yeah.
watched you get punched in the face
I
several
kinda-
times.
I kind of want to punch this guy now, too. I can't imagine what he's got to be an obnoxious drunk.
Oh, my God.
I mean,
Yeah.
Everything about this kid's obnoxious.
What a clown.
And he's,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's probably high right now, but
if he's not, he's going to be shortly.
Still, I can't imagine he has a stellar personality sober.
200,000 views, though.
Yeah, no kidding.
Kicking
Yep.
the shit out of Steve.
That's true. And this podcast.
I got like demolished. Like, oh my God.
That's all right. That's okay with me, though. You know, staying obscure means nobody knows the terrible things that we say.
we haven't sold out yet.
Yeah,
Not
that's right.
Not selling out. We're buying in.
We're punk rock, man.
Yeah.
Keeping it
How many,
under
like,
the radar.
He was because he had you, like.
Yeah.
How many times did he actually connect? Like how many times?
Bro,
he
I
actually-
swear, probably like if you guys.
It looked like the last one was a.
The last
good
one was the only one, huh? That's what I was gonna say.
But I mean, he was swinging on you a couple times. I don't know what was.
You know what I'm saying? He's
going on
hitting my
down there.
arms, my
Like,
shoulders
okay,
and
okay.
shit. Like those don't, you know what I'm saying? Those
Yeah.
don't phase nobody.
Yeah, facts.
So, and I was.
Facts.
Yeah, facts.
Facts.
Who's this guy on the right too?
Yeah,
Like,
he's a doofus too, man. Like, okay, even if you have a platform for which you interview people, this is the guy that you want to grab.
This is the big.
Yeah, this
big one.
This is the elusive lunker that's gonna, give you all sorts of
I
cred.
think what's important to go to here, though, is that the Suns did not win in 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the,
was it like
the Greek Freak, who was made famous thanks to Stormy Daniels, kicked their butt. And where is LeBron? He's making a movie or something, right? He's at
Space
the Grand
Jam,
Theater.
Yeah. LeBron's at the Grand Theater.
There was pictures of him sneaking tequila into one of the games. Too.
Yeah,
That's
I think
a painkiller. You know, it's fun.
LeBron's heyday is probably behind him. Fair to say.
I don't under the Greek Freak thing.
He banged Stormy Daniels?
No.
Oh.
Okay.
That'd be cool.
How can you get this is a seminal moment in American history. Stormy Daniels on 60 Minutes, you know, everybody in the country tunes in, right?
Yeah.
What follows Stormy Daniels on 60 Minutes? They show 2 things a night, right?
Yeah. Well, it depends, yeah.
The follow on, this is the greatest PR thing in the whole world. Like the Greek Freak is the follow on to Stormy Daniels. So this is the only episode of 60 Minutes I've watched in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Like my grandma used to babysit. We watched 60 Minutes, right? I'm 10 years old. The next episode of 60 Minutes I watched my whole life, Mike Wallace is still there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stormy Daniels. Well, what the hell? We watched the first half hour. Let's watch the second half hour. And that's the only reason I know anything about the Greek Freak and the Milwaukee Bucks. So whoever he's got working on his PR side is a goddamn genius. You know?
Okay.
So he's an NBA player. Is that what I'm getting? Okay, I missed the who he. What that
he
was.
immigrated from Africa to Greece.
Papadopoulos.
Yeah, he's got a last name that's 300 letters long, like everybody else in Greece.
Mm-hmm.
And
he's what, 7 foot?
Oh, I mean, he's a giant. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, he really is. They call him the Greek Freak because they can't fit his last name on the back of the jersey. And
that's to go like
right. But he really is a great basketball player.
Yeah, he's athletically. I've heard some of the pundits talk about him like he is sort of comparable to. He's got so much more athletic gifts. In terms of size and strength and all of that stuff. He's, head and shoulders above everybody in the same way that like Wilt Chamberlain was in his time. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So he had 50 points, I think, last night and like 15 rebounds and shot like 90% from the free throw line. And
it was 50 bone in the NBA finals.
Yeah, right. So it was pretty unbelievable. Anyways. So yeah,
the only sad thing is that the Suns didn't bring Charles Barkley back to play in the finals. You know, that would have been pretty.
It's a damn shame.
He was too busy golfing, like throwing down $100,000 bets on himself. I mean, I read that and I'm like, holy shit,
gambling.
Yeah, I just put $100,000 on. I'm gonna, put $100,000 on myself. I mean.
Hey, you gotta
that's kind of the. It's like a Deion Sanders walking out of an interview because someone called him Deion.
Yeah.
Which I also thought was ironic.
What, did he want to be called Neon?
No. He didn't. He didn't want the. It was some Ole Miss guy that was covering, but didn't want him to use his first name. He didn't know him. Something like that.
Oh.
And so Deion said, or Mr. Sanders said, please don't use my first name. And then the guy apparently used it again at some point, and you wouldn't do this to Nick Saban, would you? And comparing himself to Nick Saban, which probably not a good comparison as far as coaching.
Right.
With no national championships, not
hanging out.
Yeah. But anyway. So the reporter's like,
well,
I have interviewed Nick Saban, and I called him Nick, and he wasn't offended by that, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Deion Sanders, named after Tyler Anderson. Hilarious. That's a fun YouTube rabbit or Facebook rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Dive in.
No. I
got better things to do with your time, Cole.
Yes. I don't know that you do, man. It's great.
It's one of those like I couldn't wrap my head around it, so I like turned him off. One of the very few people that I've actually I didn't block him, didn't unfriend him, just I don't want to see your stuff. So we can be friends still.
It's great.
But
He's a-
I'm not
he's a
going to look
Trump
at you.
fan. I love it.
It wasn't. It was before that. Like it was before. It was even before.
He was a little off for a while, I think.
Just his general like. I'm not sure how to.
He's just real dumb.
He was into cage fighting and stuff, wasn't he?
That's right. Yeah. He was going to be the next.
I think there's a
MMA
YouTube of him getting his ass kicked.
Really?
In a
Okay.
cage,
I'll
if
have to
you
dig a little
challenge
bit.
Jim.
Yeah. I like it. I'll do my internet sleuthing and come up with it for the next episode.
Yeah, old Mad Dog.
Oh God. So, another one of my things that I've gotten into are training videos from corporate stuff from like 30 years ago. So I found one for Blockbuster. This is pretty good. Talk about a blast from the past. The video rental thing is just, I think, completely done everywhere. Like,
I don't know. They're still doing it down here. Grand 3.
You can still rent videos.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of in
where it used to
where
be before they bought the
video warehouse
standalone.
building.
Yeah.
The original video warehouse?
Yeah.
Are they even still making new like DVDs of movies anymore? Is that
Blu-rays?
Okay.
I'm not sure about DVDs, but yeah, you can rent.
Yeah, you got me as far as that goes. I don't know.
$316 a night or $321 for a 2-night rental.
Really?
Something like that.
Huh.
For the people that apparently don't have a computer or internet. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean that was my thought is like, okay, movie, all right,
right
there it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
10 seconds.
Yeah. Find it. Yeah.
Watch Black Widow. I mean, I paid
$30.
But if you think about it,
thinking about it,
I'm
not
thinking
worth
about
it.
Yeah.
So, if you
thought about it,
if you go to the movie, all the so I take 3 people to the movie.
I don't take 3 people to the movie.
But would you go to the movie?
So I can do it right from my house, and pay the same price basically, and not have to, So that's what I thought.
Save on the concessions, right?
Well, I mean, anyways, convenient for I can like watch it over and over again if I want, which I haven't because it kind of sucked. But
I heard they messed up Taskmaster.
I mean, yeah, it was not good. I think. It was a disappointment.
I think the last movie I saw in the theater was the
Star Wars
with you.
Me and Jim went to Star Wars
right after your hip surgery.
Oh, that's
Mine
right.
was,
I saw it at Walker. I think.
1917, the World War I movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pretty
that
good.
Was the fall. That was like November, because it's World War I.
Mm-hmm.
Before COVID. Yep. That was good. That was actually really good.
Yeah,
I heard it was good. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. So,
Interesting. That in.
I just saw one not too long ago.
I went to
Where did
I used to go to the drive-in like weekly.
Yeah.
And
that's a fun experience.
I went once last year.
I guess
with
Space Jam's there this weekend, is what I heard.
And Black Widow, and they had 2
We should
screens
all go?
now.
Yeah.
Have you been by it?
I drove by it. I
Yeah.
flew over it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've been flying around a lot this week. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
You should buzz the office tomorrow. Let me know when you're about ready to do it.
I've been having breakfast at Bud's every morning, but
Yeah.
somebody doesn't go to work till 8:30, 9 o'clock. So
That's about
I
what
wonder who that is.
That's if I'm getting in there. Yeah.
That's about what I roll in too. I was coming in hot this morning to get the store open by 9.
I think, I don't think that'd work too well to buzz the office on 6th Street.
What about
I guess you can do it.
You just got to watch out for the
What
tower.
about 18th? You can come buzz.
I mean, you got a pretty good
pharmacy.
landmark there, but the only thing like high there, I think, is the transmission tower on top of the courthouse. So
right across the street.
right, yeah. Just I mean,
From the police station.
Right.
but it's not like
They'll never catch you.
yeah. How are they gonna catch you?
Yeah, there's not like webcams on Library Square or nothing.
We're not talking like crop duster. He just wants
Black
like a
out your
flyby.
numbers, Tony.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not like going to be going. I don't know what the term for it is, but like holding vertical or whatever. I mean,
Sidewards?
Yeah,
Inverted
I'm in
Mach 4 right
yeah.
over the office.
Right.
ran off the street level or something. I mean, that would be sweet if the street was closed and it was like safe for you to do. Because I mean, I'd go down and watch that, but clearly not worth the.
I got a balloon question.
Fine. Yeah.
Does 10-mile-an-hour wind really like just cave in a balloon?
Yeah, it does.
Son of a bitch.
That was I've done 10 balloon lessons now.
Okay.
7.5 hours, and my first time out there in Albuquerque, I was taking lessons, and we woke up in the morning, drove out there to where we're supposed to meet, and I thought I don't even feel the wind, right?
Right.
And the instructor's like, I don't know, pretty windy. And I'm just like, oh boy, I gotta recalibrate my whole sense, right?
Yeah.
But 8 knots of wind is a little on edge.
Wow.
For getting a balloon inflated and getting it launched safely. Yep.
Just getting it up.
Yep.
But once it's up.
Well, once it's in the air, you go with the wind.
Right.
Then you got to land. That's
So then it's not such a problem once the balloon's inflated and it's like getting it inflated that can.
Yep.
I mean,
because you're anchored to the ground.
Right.
And the balloon wants to go with the air.
Gotcha.
But you're anchored. You have to be anchored to the ground. And so it does weird stuff, and it's unhappy. And
so Flight Breakfast got a balloon.
They're supposed to
this
have
year.
the tether balloons.
And I got out there. I volunteered at it this year. I got there like 6:30, and he's like, "Well, I'm gonna get this thing up and going." Starts inflating, and then came out. I could barely feel wind.
Yep.
And like half of it had coned in.
Yep.
On the other half. And he was trying to get it down because it was going to be a no-go.
Yep.
Wow.
From what I heard, the forecast for the Flight Breakfast was it was going to be way too windy anyways. I'm impressed that they even tried.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I think that was his thought is hopefully I can get it done.
Yeah.
Get it early and somebody could see it because he drove up from freaking Texas.
Yeah.
Wowzers.
Do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think Iowa Lakes Electric picked up the bill on that one, but
that's the touchstone. I guess there's been somebody flying a balloon at Okoboji too.
Could be.
Yeah, it's Aaron Gebhardt.
I don't know that, but I saw some pictures.
Well, like the Hausmans, is that what you're referring to, or
well,
like Rick and Cheryl just took a balloon flight with Aaron Gebhardt?
Well, I just saw like on some Okoboji Facebook page pictures of a balloon floating over the lake the other day.
It's probably him.
Yeah.
I know he's got a balloon and he's at the lakes. He's not someone that I would take a balloon ride with.
Yeah.
I mean, even knowing that all he has to do is get me in the air and not land me in a power line,
yeah,
I still would choose to not do that.
Good to know.
Yeah.
The learning balloons has been really interesting.
It'd be fun.
It's a lot different.
Yeah.
There's nothing actually in common, almost nothing with flying an airplane.
Right.
So it's been
or
fun.
glider.
Yeah, nothing. So I'm heading back. Hopefully into August. I'm supposed to go back for another week of lessons. So
very bad.
Looking forward to it. Yeah.
So how do you is there like a general? I'm assuming generally like how far you're going to go. I mean, there's some mathematical projection of some sort.
Yeah, I mean, you look at forecasts for the wind direction and the speed.
Sure.
And then you launch. You let some helium balloons go at the launch site, so you can see. Okay, first 100 feet it goes this way, and next 100 feet it goes this way, and
sure,
you can kind of get an idea of which way you'll drift with different altitudes, and then you pick your launch site based on that. So you want to make sure that you got somewhere downwind that you can land at.
Not a lake or a power line.
Not in a lake or a power line or a fully grown cornfield or something like that.
Right, yeah, that'd be a problem too.
Albuquerque, there's lots of open land, but there's only access to certain amounts of it. You don't want to end up over on a Navajo Indian reservation.
Right.
You don't want to end up in
national
downtown
park.
Albuquerque or in the national parks. Or
There's probably isn't there a lot of military stuff?
Yeah,
down there
that too. Yeah,
don't want to go there.
Probably some secret
even though
base
Albuquerque
or
is
something.
like Balloon Central USA, you got to be kind of careful about where you fly. So. But you don't go very fast.
True.
But once you're up and you exhaust your fuel, that's it though, right? There's nothing else.
Well, you got to plan accordingly. Yeah, you take enough propane so that you fly for an hour or something, hour or two, and then
down
have some
you
fuel
go.
left when you land.
Right on.
So that was another thing. There was way more planning involved than I expected. So I thought you just float along and then find a field and land.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's kind of what you do if you got to land out with a glider.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So you just keep going until there's a place to land and you land there.
Roughly.
Yeah. So,
Mm-hmm. How much of is it referred to as a payload, or how much can they hold?
Ballast.
Yeah, that depends on. So H balloon has an absolute maximum weight, but it also depends on how hot it is. Because you have a maximum temperature you can heat the fabric of the envelope to, usually around 250 degrees. So on a summer day, you can carry less than on a winter day.
Right.
Because your buoyancy is better in the wintertime. So
interesting.
Because you got a bigger relative temperature and all
that
stuff.
science.
So it's more fuel efficient, much more fuel efficient to fly in cold weather.
Sure. Which seems counterintuitive to my brain, but
yeah, but you don't have to get the envelope very hot in the wintertime. So.
And it's the envelope is the
fabric.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And that's all. Is it just fabric, or is it like rubber lined on the inside?
It's like a ripstop nylon sort of fabric.
Okay.
The newer balloons that I was flying, the top third has like a treatment on it to be a little more, a little less porous and heat resistant and stuff. Yeah. But it's the same kind of stuff that like a parachute's made out of.
Okay. Cool. How about that? That's cool. And are you referred to as a pilot or a balloonist or something, or what do you?
A baloney.
A balloony.
A pilot, yeah.
You got to be a balloony.
Old school term is aeronaut, but
there we go.
I confirmed with some ballooning friends down there that pretty much nobody refers to themselves as an aeronaut. So
that's so badass.
Tony the Aeronaut is going to be the new moniker, I think.
Didn't Branson? Didn't he try to balloon around?
No, he did.
Did he go around the world?
Yeah. He did I'm pretty sure Richard Branson did an around the world flight.
He's such a.
He tried. I know he tried. Right, because he did it a couple times.
Well, him and Steve Fawcett were in on all that stuff
right.
in the late '90s.
Yeah, but didn't Fawcett get killed before they did it or something?
No, Fawcett did around the world flight.
Okay. Because Fawcett got killed shortly after that, though. I think
he crashed an airplane in the mid 2000s on the side of a mountain.
Yeah.
I think we
John
do.
Denver himself,
we do need
sure.
to bring back Zeppelins, though.
Yeah. What's the transition like from ballooning to a blimp?
You got to get a job with MetLife or Goodyear.
I think passenger Zeppelins.
Those got to be real expensive to operate, though, aren't they?
Indeed.
Those big blimps like that.
Well, you only have to fill them once. I mean,
because they're tight.
Yeah, but they're so slow. It's just. That's why they didn't work the first time.
Right. Well, and their payload, they don't have much of a payload either, do they?
Because they use hydrogen,
The payload actually is really good. I mean,
is it?
Yeah, the displacement, they can carry tons of people and stuff. But they only go like 30 knots or 40 knots. You can't outrun the weather.
Oh, yeah.
That's the problem.
That'd be a problem. You can't go high enough either, I suppose.
Like, even a slow airplane can outrun a thunderstorm, but a blimp cannot outrun a thunderstorm.
I can see that'd be a problem with all that flammable materials.
Yeah.
And
that's interesting, though, because you do have to fill it once. Where do you dock? You dock in like a big giant hangar?
They have crews who follow them around the country. It's set up. They have these masts.
Okay.
Oh,
you just tie up.
tether off you, basically.
They hook the nose to, and then it pivots around the nose, so the wind changes. Then it just it's like a weather vane.
Huh. Never considered. Yeah, that I could see a thunderstorm would be kind of detrimental, like the whole Hindenburg type deal.
Well, they don't use hydrogen anymore.
No, I know, but I mean,
that was a bad idea.
I can still see where that would not be such a good.
Actually, helium is extremely expensive now.
Right,
so.
it's because it's running out of it, right?
Well, helium used to be we kept a national reserve of helium.
That's right.
Because it was like a critical thing during World War II, and even up until the 80s and 90s, we still had a national reserve of helium.
Don't they use it for like they use it for something still, right? Isn't it a? Because it was national defense thing, but we used it for certain military technology. It had some kind of military.
I don't know,
thing.
because it's just a normal gas. It doesn't react with anything.
But
my friends who fly gas balloons, which not hot air balloons, but gas balloons.
Yeah.
They've all switched back to hydrogen now.
Wow.
Because helium is so expensive. I mean, it costs like tens of thousands of dollars for a single flight now. Helium balloon now. But for like $3,000, you can fill a hydrogen balloon.
That's still.
And so they have all these anti-static coatings, and of course a lot of care when they're filling them up and stuff. And you stay away from thunderstorms. But gas ballooning I do find fascinating because they fly for like days.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's where you do your like around the world.
That's
type
when you
thing.
do like 1,000 miles, 1,500 miles kind of stuff. So, hot air ballooning is great fun. You fly for an hour, maybe an hour and a half in the morning. But as soon as the wind picks up and thermals start, then you got to be on the ground. So,
yeah.
Fair enough. All right.
I guess thermals could be kind of a problem.
Thermals are a huge problem. I didn't even think about it.
I just after you said that, I'm like, yeah. I guess that would be a problem. More hot air.
You get into a bubble of air that's rising, you're going with it. Yeah. Big problem.
Which normally you'd be all about.
Yeah, right.
Give me some more
altitude.
altitude.
Let's get on that thermal.
Not so good in a hot air balloon.
Interesting.
That is a big diversion from your previous thinking on most stuff, I'm sure. Yeah. Well, how about that? Well, are you guys prepared to take a trip back to 1990?
Yeah.
Oh, the Blockbuster. I forgot about this.
It's a Friday night. Where are we going? Wait, what's that book?
Where?
So, like, that guy was just looking at this Bible-looking thing.
Okay. Oh, I bet that's the like the card catalog.
Yeah.
Of
they've got.
Blockbuster. Zero
Yeah.
13E.
All right, Flubber on Blu-ray or whatever. I mean, that's too current, but yeah.
My claim to fame at Video Warehouse was I think I was the first person in Esterville to rent Billy Madison.
Really?
They
Got it
were
on
they
new
were
release
putting
day?
it out. Yeah.
You're like, give it to me.
Because they're mine. Adam Sandler, yes please. And he was like, you know, somewhat on. He was on SNL and stuff
yeah.
as a minor character, but he that was his first movie, I think.
Really mad. Yeah, I bet it was.
So that's why helium is so important, because it is stable and non-reactive.
Yeah.
And
but what do we use it for?
We use it for essential diagnostic equipment such as MRIs, lasers for eye surgery.
Oh, lasers, yeah. Helium lasers.
Air-to-air missile guidance systems.
Weird.
Thermal
lasers.
cameras. So basically any kind of non-reactive gas-filled that you don't want, like fogging and stuff like that, I suppose.
Yep.
I mean...
Interesting.
Yeah. I had read something about that previously, but I can't remember what the... Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like it's probably just me, but I feel like my brain just doesn't, like... My recall of information has gotten poorer just in, like, the last decade.
Are you taking your vitamins, Cole?
Yeah.
Cole, you need more vitamins.
I mean, maybe thiamine. I don't know.
You need some thiamine?
Take
Well,
some
I don't know.
B12.
I thought that for a while. I was like, maybe I'm just like not absorbing enough thiamine because I'm drinking too much beer. But I've tested that theory now for quite. It's been quite some time, and I don't know.
You're still foggy.
No, not foggy. Just like facts that would have come easier. I feel like, but maybe I'm just, it's one of those mental things that's really not. It was
As
still
bad as you think.
or still as slow as it was previously. I just maybe
We sell Prevagen at the store. It's made out of jellyfish, so you know it's good. That's what when all the old people ask me, "Does this stuff work?" I'm like, "Well, it's made out of jellyfish."
Great salesman.
And it's like $60 a bottle.
Buy it. That's all you gotta buy it.
Yeah.
I can't recommend it in good conscience.
Well,
I'm gonna let people purchase it.
Yeah.
To each their own, man.
Yeah, and some people do say it works, so maybe it does.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that though.
So,
like,
what's the claim on this the stuff? Is it
It's
supposed
it's marketed towards older people to
Okay.
stave off Alzheimer's and
Oh,
dementia,
okay.
and to help with memory sharpness and recall.
Okay.
One of those non-FDA regulated medications that
Made out of jellyfish.
Yeah.
You know it's good.
Yeah.
And they got bar graphs on the commercials.
It's probably
It's like,
over in
you're here. It's just a blank bar graph. It's like, you're here, but if you take Prevagen, you'll be here.
Yeah.
Convincing.
Yeah, zero information.
I just wonder what the phones are doing to people's attention spans and stuff. You know, it's like you're staring at a
And maybe,
slot
you know-
machine constantly, and you know, whatever.
And
yeah.
and I thought about that a little bit
Flashing
too, like
lights,
with
yeah.
my, because if I can't think of something like quickly right away, I look
Instant
it
Google.
up.
Go to the phone.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
look it up. You know, there's no like, you know how you used to have to memorize people's telephone numbers and
Right.
like,
No incentives to.
well, right, yeah. I mean, and I've gotten lazy too. I mean, it's
I don't
pretty
know
easy.
I don't
use
know
your
my
phone.
fiance's phone number.
It's the advantage to working the crossword.
Yeah, keep the mental sharpness.
My
I feel like
grandma's
you-
90 and still does her
I
crossword.
don't look anything up on. If I do the crossword, the phone sits aside. I don't. That's cheating to look stuff up.
Well, right. I always assumed that was kind of the
Yeah.
point of. I mean, doing the Times crossword, you weren't. You weren't googling anything.
Yeah.
I
Answers
mean, I
to
could do
Sunday
that.
Times.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I just assumed it was all by like.
They charge it
brain.
if you can pay them like $1.50 and they'll give
For a
you
key?
3 random answers or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think that'd do it for me. I need about 10.
off that
probably,
feature.
15.
Well, you know, it makes sense. Like, I mean, if physical exercise is good for the body, mental exercise ought to be
Right.
good for the brain as well.
And there are probably studies showing that. I mean,
Yeah, I would
just
be-
like the your cognitive function goes up at a certain point with how much you exercise, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, like this is maybe not super on point, but we read so much in law school. There's so much information, and really a lot of it was about synthesis. You try to take in all this stuff and boil it down to what really matters and
fine
makes
points.
it different, and find what's really the rule of law, and then how do you apply the facts to the rule and that kind of thing. And it was all buried in all this gobbledygook and mumbo jumbo, you know. And after 2.5 approaching 3 years of that, I was like, if I don't think I can read for pleasure anymore, because
Yeah.
Dude, I still have a hard time picking
Yeah.
up a book right now.
right. So yeah, I mean, you can sympathize. I am.
I like reading. I'd love to be able to, but every now and then I'll get caught on a series and I'll just crank through it in a few weeks.
Pray
I'm
books.
serious about the pray books.
John Sanford pray books.
Praying
Pray like pray book, like
prayers.
No, like pray, like hunting, like pray.
Okay.
Pray, not
PREY.
yes.
Okay.
So it's like books
But
about
it's-
turkeys.
No. This is
Full circle.
Jesus, it's
Full circle call.
it's a well known. The guy's it's John Camp. He's from Hibbing, Minnesota. So like one of his books incorporated Esterville was in one of his books. So I mean, there's a lot of like, all over Minnesota. A lot of places I've been in Minnesota are featured in his books. Yeah.
It's about
They're good.
hunting.
No. This is like about a Minneapolis cop, and then he's the bureau. I mean, it's kind of like a crime. He's a good guy, semi-womanizer. I mean, it's interesting. They're from like my dad read them.
I love a good womanizer.
Well, nobody's perfect.
Oh.
And it makes good for good literature fiction. I
Yeah.
feel like, but.
Yeah, gosh, I mean the prospect of sitting down with a book, it's like I got
Audiobook.
PTSD or something.
I audiobook though.
I can't do
Sarah does that.
audiobooks put me to sleep.
If I'm driving.
When Leah drives, she puts the audiobook on, I zonk out. I cannot do it. I like to read. In my previous job, I had a lot of time sitting around in the middle of the day, so I read a lot of books. It was good. Yep.
Keep the brain sharp. What's
It
the
was-
capital of Indonesia, Tony?
Jakarta?
Jakarta, yeah.
Yeah. Indeed.
Indubitably.
Yeah. I mean, this is why some of us were on KTIV Quiz Bowl.
Yeah, right.
I wasn't good enough to be there anyway, so it was a good thing that I
watch those little idiots now. I don't know anything.
Have they been back lately?
I think so. I think Finley's been doing a good job.
I know there was a good team recently because I think one of Finley's kids was on the squad. Yeah, so. Yep. Well, that's.
Have you seen like Junior Finley, like Brendan?
Mm-hmm.
He's like tall.
He's a big boy. Yeah.
Big kid. Mm-hmm. There's Dabita. I mean, he's.
Yeah, I mean he's probably
seniors,
1 or 2. I
He's
mean,
a big guy.
Yeah, I mean he's not short.
What a nice guy he is too. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I never. He was him and Angie. I mean, I think back on it now, how much I underappreciated just how really nice they were.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And Angie had a little fiery side to her
Oh, yeah.
that I kind of liked.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
she'd yell at the dumbasses
Yeah.
for being dumbasses,
Yeah.
but she liked me. So.
I know. I don't know what. I mean, it's not like I was a good student or anything. Yeah. I mean, but she liked me
because you asked good questions. You were inquisitive.
Well, maybe I don't know.
You're a terrible student because you didn't care. But,
well, yeah.
But
I mean, there was some of that.
but you're very smart and you're inquisitive.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I was always shocked she liked me. I guess that was. Always...
She liked Brett Rutherford too.
Yeah, see, they're another person I would.
Brett Rutherford took advanced chem with us. He didn't do a damn thing all year. Got a C. Not a damn thing.
Why would he take advanced chem?
Because Finley loved him for some reason.
Why did he take regular chemistry?
Because Finley loved him. He'd come in smelling like 6 packs of cigarettes. Late every day because he was ripping cigs out right outside the window.
Yeah.
That's kind of I just remember. Were you in advanced? No, it wasn't because I was with the grade ahead of me. So Emily Bruns was in my advanced chem class, and
Yikes.
and it was her and Maggie Peterson, who is still just kind of a gem in my book, but.
She's neighbors with my cousins in Des Moines, and they walk their kids to school together.
Really?
Yeah, my cousin texted me a picture of her with Maggie one day, and I was holy shit.
Small world. Yeah. But I remember, maybe it was Christina Schneider or somebody. Somebody was like, it seemed like every week in the lab, somebody was like blowing something up or burning something up, but then there was like Emily. I remember this vividly because Emily was in class, or we were going to lab or something, and it was something gosh, what's the rotten egg smell? Sulfur. Yeah. We were doing something with sulfur, and she, I remember her trucking out the door, and Angie's like, "Where are you going?" And she didn't say anything, and went right out those doors and right out the hurled big time. Yeah, had a rough night the night before, and the old sulfur was enough to
flush out the hangover.
Yeah. One of those.
Just remember when Ben stole some magnesium out of the chemistry lab where he was lighting it on fire out behind Woody's one night.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yep.
Sounds about right. It was either him or Cole that put.
I don't know, it was Ben.
Put some potassium down the drain.
Yeah. Well, no,
a dry drain.
Definitely Ben. Yeah.
Well, but let's correct this story here. So
get a statement on the record here.
So Ben, it was sodium. It was sodium.
It was sodium, not potassium.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
Same damn thing.
Well, because it's white. Was it white phosphorus and sodium react with air? Yep. But anyway. Yeah. So and I can't believe that some of the shit that they had in that, when Angie took over for eyebrows, I can't think of his name.
Churney,
yeah.
Eyebrows.
Some of the shit that we had there was some kind of radioactive,
I think when Kyle took over for Angie, a lot of that shit's still there.
Well, they didn't.
Probably, yeah.
What they locked the cabinet. What do you do with that? You'd have to have somebody. Hazmat it, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, if it's just sitting there, as long as you don't let it have any access to it. Yeah. But we had a pound of sodium because
just sitting there in oil.
Yeah. Because Vasher went and got it and was showing the Science 9 kids he would take a a toothpick full of it and put it, hold it up or something like that, and it would like ignite, with the air once the oil came off. Well, he left it laying around. I mean, what kind of fucking teacher does that?
The one who's banging the math teacher.
Well, right, yeah. But so, Ben and I were, I think it was it physics, or I don't know. We were in one of his kind of classes, and anyway, he was gone or something. Were you in the class too? Okay. So we were back there in the, I'm sorry, this is way off the subject. But,
no, that's fine. No worries.
But the brand new lab. It was like the first year we had that brand new lab there, right next to the office. And he's gone. So it was was it Leslie Lawson? It might have been Leslie. Some really nice sub was like there that day, and we were just supposed to do something easy and then we could leave. And so Ben and I were, being Ben and I, and I said, I can't believe that's sitting out or something because, it'll explode. And he's like, no, it's not. That's white phosphorus. I said, yeah, it's sodium too, dipshit. And he's like, no, it's not. So then we, of course, Ben can't be wrong. I know I'm not wrong. And so there was a big chunk sitting on top, and he put it in the sink, and of course it went and Amy God, what was it? Amy
in your grade? Kaneki?
No. Bates's Howard was there, and
that's his second Howard.
Yeah, right. Different, yeah. She like freaked out and turned the faucet on, and Ben and I are like, no, and washed this big chunk of sodium down the fucking sink. And all of a sudden, boom, and there was pieces of crap all over the like paper towels and shit stuck to the brand new ceiling. And I mean, it was a big, like putting a firecracker down the, and
doing a closed space.
Yeah. And it was a big, because it was a good quarter chunk size of sodium. And so nothing happened that day, but when Vasher got back, he sat everyone down, and it was like, and I thought, because Ben had just got in trouble for that, the whole light and toilet paper thing.
No, he never did that. There's no proof of that.
Well, right. There was proof
Spurious.
of that.
Someone did it.
Yeah. Anyway.
It occurred, but the fact pattern is
statute
unclear.
of limitations is out on that anyway. But so I was like, well, I have not in trouble, and Vasher really liked me and didn't really like Ben. So I took the rap for it, just like, no, because he knew it was Ben. Like, he had already talked to somebody, but
he knew before he talked to anybody.
Right. Well, yeah, he knew, one of us.
Frank Weiler's in that class?
Yeah. That would be kind of an obvious choice.
Interesting. Good Lord.
Yeah.
That's quite the story.
I don't know, man. I think these kids are freaking G-rated anymore.
Oh, yeah.
All they're doing is popping pills and vaping in the bathroom.
Well, yeah, they're all like high off their,
We're just doing good, clean, sober fun.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not all
boys
sober.
will be boys, yeah.
Quite a bit of Busch Light and Natty Light.
Do the kids even drink anymore? Or is it just all...
No, they just pop pills.
Yeah, pills and
that's what Kyle kind of said.
Yeah.
He's like...
Really?
They don't really have alcohol parties anymore, from what I hear.
Yeah. I think that's fair to say, yeah. Lots of the vape pens and the super concentrated THC stuff, yeah. I mean, it's not like...
I get Cole, he's like, I have a 15-year-old at home.
Yeah, the whole pill popping thing didn't occur to me.
Yeah.
I mean, that...
Well, it's like the cool new rap thing to do, so that's what...
That would have been like the last thing, I mean, I guess, growing up.
Well, with us, yeah.
I mean...
pot wasn't even a thing really in our high school.
Right.
There were some people that were into the pots, but...
But I mean, like, just growing up, as my dad as a pharmacist, that would have been like the last thing that I would have been, let's go get high off some Vicodins or Tylenol 3s and get constipated, I never...
No, I think it's... Well, and there's
Oxys or something, probably.
No, I think it's like a lot of benzos.
Really?
A lot of bar...
Well, they're still throwing...
bar
better than I do, but...
And then... Well, yeah, they're throwing those around everywhere. But now you just order them online. You order an analog. You can have powder delivered to your house of like Etiziolam. It's Etiziolam. It's like a benzo analog. You can just order it from a chemical supply company.
Wow. Scary stuff.
Gotta stay plugged into that stuff.
Yeah.
Working with what I do and
things
Well,
evolve,
right,
absolutely.
Yeah. All the reporting you have to do too. I
Right.
mean.
Well, and we saw a lot of it down in Kansas City.
Oh.
When I was working in research. It was level 1 trauma, but we had a psych hospital attached to it. So we got all ODs. PCP is a big thing again now too. I don't know around here, but like in Kansas City, like we had a lot of folks coming in on PCP.
I actually have seen that.
You got to put them down.
Yeah.
Hard.
Yeah, we Zyprexed the shit out of them.
Nah, Haldol right to the ass cheek.
Well, I like Zyprexa better than Haldol. It doesn't work as long.
Yeah.
But I like that part of it too because so there's a lot of charting with chemical restraints, right?
Yeah.
So the less charting for me, the better. Of course, the patient comes first. But
Cole's trying to make drug recommendations based on the amount of charting he has to do.
It does work better though.
This
It
one's
does.
less paperwork.
How's universal health care going to help this one?
Definitely less paperwork if the government's involved, Tony.
Gosh, you know,
I worked for a medevac company the last 3.5 years. I know.
The amount of like when I started, we were using paper charts, right?
Yeah.
And
that was me.
Oh, okay.
Now it's like, I mean, the charting is just like the amount of those informationist people, whatever that title is, you know.
Mm-hmm. Informatics.
Yeah, someone should, you know, assault
Well, you guys
those
are
people.
You guys are using terrible software too.
Well, we are.
Terrible, outdated software.
But
we were using the older version at research, though.
Really, before 5 was it 5.56?
Way before.
Because now the new thing, like I'm getting super user trained for the Expanse is what what we're going to now.
Yeah.
So,
just need Epic.
Good luck.
Interesting.
Meditech is owned by Avira.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
That explains things.
Is that like Initech?
Initech. Yes.
If only it was as good as Initech.
Well,
I've been like Milton this year.
Oh, have you?
Oh yeah.
Believe that my stapler.
There was a what is it, a malfunction in payroll?
We fixed the malfunction.
Yeah, we fixed the glitch.
I
don't get paid anymore.
There were two squirrels, and they love each other.
Yeah. That movie's so good.
I have it on the DVR right
Yeah.
now.
It just gets better as
It
it
is, it
ages.
does.
too.
Yeah.
And
It does.
I will tell you, if your company ever gets bought out, it is good to review Office Space. Just as a preview for what's about to come.
The Bob's coming in.
Yep, the consultants.
What would you say you do here?
What would you say it is that you do here, Bob?
I'm a people person.
Damn it.
No, they can't talk to the. What the? But they.
I talk to the people, so the engineers don't have to.
Mike Judge, though.
Oh, he's genius.
Ages like a fine wine. Like if you go back and watch King of the Hill,
Oh yeah.
it's a genius
King of the Hill
series.
is it's killer.
And I don't know where you can watch it. You used to be able to watch it all on Hulu,
Really?
but then they took it off, and I haven't found a good source lately.
Well, I got one more video here.
Airsoft Fatty
Airsoft Fatty. Yeah, we'll have to pass on the Blockbuster thing for now, but
or Gale.
so
Sorry,
yeah,
You guys know about Gale?
yeah. I don't know if they know about Gale or not. That'd be a little too much to explain, I think, at this point. But the Airsoft Fatty speaks for itself. So Spurge and I can probably sympathize with this because there allegedly is a video of us lightsaber fighting from like the late '90s somewhere.
Allegedly.
United, not Central Master died to my blade!
like that they, went over the editing and stuff.
Yeah, they definitely did. Like a lot of work on this.
Look how cash he is.
Yeah.
Of the Sith Army. Anger is not the way of the Jedi.
I was thinking to myself, I was gonna back right into that. Oh, you good, bro?
Ouch!
I hope you got that off film.
I think I did. You good, man? We got a man
shit
down.
myself.
Oh, shit.
You surrender, Sith. You know what?
That's even better.
Oh, yeah. Good stuff.
Standing over and ready to strike him down.
Yeah. Gotta commit, stay in
I love that they
character,
kept
man.
the edit on his
Yeah, they
lightsaber,
did,
but they
yeah.
turned the other guys off.
Oh, classic.
Anger is not the way of the Jedi. I might have to follow this kid. It looks like he has other videos.
Probably does. Yeah, I don't know if this is the actual
That's not
guy or
him.
not. Yeah.
Up on the top right, though.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like they're doing other. Oh, they got Force Lightning.
Production value is pretty good.
The kid's not cut off his leg. He has a mask, right?
The dialogue is a lost cause here.
Yeah. Don't need it.
I am dead.
That's a great crossover.
Look at that forward head posture he's got.
I know that is the Neanderthal fat neck.
Nerd neck going on
Oh, glorious.
His ears are below his shoulder.
I'm done. I'm done. I am done. You told not to stay hard. I'm done.
pretty good.
Got him right on the knuckles.
Ouch. That would hurt. For sure.
And the alleged video that Jimmy
Yeah.
may or may not have. I'm definitely wearing Coral's bathrobe.
Oh, yeah.
Jumping around the ravine with Craig Moreau and Andy Hamilton.
Hamilton had to have been involved.
Oh, yeah. It was Hamilton, I think, produced a script that was,
stellar.
40 pages long.
Ought to get him call in sometime for about a 4-hour podcast.
Oh,
That'd
yeah.
be good.
That would be fun.
He's
He's doing good. He's out in Grand Junction now.
He's a man of a billion interests too.
Yeah.
Like he's always got something, a new proj.
I saw recently on Facebook he had like 6 computers going at the same time.
Yeah, his mega desk.
Oh man!
Well, and then he broke
ridiculous.
down like his travel, like his work travel backpack, because I think he does IT for like a library or.
Oh, he had been working for the library in Grand Mesa Library, I think there, but
Mhm.
I think he's working for like a community foundation or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he like tore apart his go bag, and he had like all the different chargers and adapters, and stuff laid out.
Well, I know he's got a pretty like serious girlfriend or fiance or something
I think
too.
they're
I
engaged
think.
now.
Or- yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
So,
he's
that's cool.
vegan or was vegan.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not really up to speed on
Does the meditation
Some of that,
stuff.
yeah,
and-
he's-
Very
Yep.
cool. I do have another character. I'll have to email you a video.
Okay.
So there's this guy that I used to party at his house a lot in undergrad. He went to undergrad with me. He's from Minot, North Dakota. But then he lived like 15 years after he went and got his, like a master's, I think, after St. Olaf, and then moved into a monastery. Those are still things, like out in
Yeah.
Vermont, and then out in Northern California. And just like
a cult or a monastery for real?
No, like
monastery?
a real monastery. Like 1 week a month, it was silent meditation for an entire week every month. Like 25% of the time. I think he counted up, it was like 15,000 hours of meditation over 15 years or something like that. But now he doesn't really live in the monastery anymore.
Okay.
But he's he makes wands. You can buy a wand from him.
Ooh.
With like pretty crystals that do things. He's just a real mystical character.
That sounds neat.
He goes by the name of Pan.
Pan, okay.
His real name's Pete.
Pete.
He has a little knot thing on the back of his head, like a little. Oh, it's funny. It's a character. I'll bring him to the cast sometime.
That sounds good. Yeah, we'll take a look at it. Well, I think we're probably up against the wall here, so I thank you all for being on the episode. Thank you, Cole, Tony. Good to see you again.
It was fun.
it was
Glad to be here.
Much
Yeah.
fun. Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the stream, and I'm sure nobody's watching at this point.